Hello, lovelies. It's the Lady Blogger here with the infamous Peter Rosenberg.
Infamous.
I know you know the voice, but here's the face behind the madness, Peter Rosenberg. He has a huge presence in the hip-hop world. How do you think that factors in to music nowadays?
I hope it factors in. I never can tell whether, when you're fighting the good fight, I can never tell how much of an impact it makes. But I definitely meet people all the time who really appreciate it, and I know, if nothing else, the artists who get a chance to get exposed, get their music out there, really appreciate it. So I feel it's the pride of my life. More than anything that I'm proud of is repping hip hop on Hot 97. Like, being that guy is an honor.
Now, you have an uncanny sense of music. Your music knowledge is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I watched you do an interview and you actually pulled information, not from a card, but from the top of your head. How did that come about?
I only really started getting into this stuff, after I always wanted to be on the radio and stuff, but I'd always like been such a nerd and like really studied hip hop. And as a DJ, frankly, it's kind of cheating when you're a DJ and you're an interviewer. It helps because I have such a knowledge base of the records. Like, I literally remember what was on every single. So
yeah, and it's true. He went through. I remember he called an album. He went to the track number. He said what number the lyric occurred. I was like, what? Wait, how? What?
Yeah, it's a benefit being a DJ. You know what I mean? So I've been collecting records since I was 14, which is Jesus as of right now, 17 years ago. So it's been a long time that I've been really studying the music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it pays off.
Now, I think the last show I saw you host was Homeboy Sandman. He's been moving the underground circuit for a while now. I don't know how familiar you are with him or other artists, but who do you think has next as far as that's concerned?
Well, Homeboy Sandman's one of my favorites, hands down. Like, he's, no question, I think one of the most innovative, like, just talented, great people. He's just awesome. Like, he's awesome all around. And I've been real fortunate to get to know him. And get to support his music and get exclusives from him and watch him work. And Homeboy Sandman to me is one of the dudes. The Kid Daytona to me is one of the dudes. That my man Camber and Kev Brown, the guys who are with me tonight, are incredible. And but there's a lot. There's a lot of good music. I think even from the mainstream stuff on down, I think there is good stuff out there even on a mainstream level.
Okay.
There's obviously still lots of problems, but there's a lot of good music out there.
Now, given the state of hip hop now, it's ever changing. It evolves, I think, every 5 or 10 years. Where do you think it's at now? Where do you think it's going?
I don't know. It's an interesting place for it. This is an interesting time in the history of hip hop, and it's a hard time to say, what exactly is going to happen next, because some of the mainstream stuff is just so flossy that inherently there's usually a brushback because of that.
Right.
So I have a tendency to believe, and of course it sort of benefits me to think this, but I do believe it, that underground hip hop is going to kind of have a nice little run. No one's going to be selling 1 million records again, making authentic hip hop, not unless you're under 3,000 maybe, or a very select people. But I do think that it's going to be a little bit more in vogue to make real hip hop.
Okay. Rock the Bells has been in my vocabulary since its inception. I remember when it started, it was rock and roll and hip hop, and now it's kind of evolved into a hip hop show with a couple of rock and roll acts sprinkled in, depending upon where you go. You're hosting this year for the New York City show.
I'm hosting all the shows actually this year.
Oh, you're going? Are you going?
Yeah, I'm hosting all 4. Yeah, which I'm very excited about. I love Rock the Bells. It's an honor for me to do it. Like, that was something I literally just. I don't even think they were really aware of what I do fully.
Right.
I think they kind of are, but really that's the kind of shit that I think that I still do. By stuff that I still do, which is like really grinds it out for the hip hop shit that I love. Like, I literally went the last 3 years and I was backstage every year. Like, I should be hosting. Last year I filled in one stage. Like, I do whatever it takes to be a part of the shit that I want to be a part of, whether it's like wrestling or Rock the Bells or whatever it is that I'm into. I show up and I'm there and I make sure I get on. So I'm excited to, it's a little bit San Francisco, LA, New York, and DC. I'm excited. It's gonna be incredible.
Who are you most excited to see?
No matter what, even if I've seen them before, Tribe is Tribe. I'm excited to see Lauren and Snoop too. My man Yellow Wolf's on there. There are a lot of great artists on there, but Tribe will always be my favorite.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tribe in years, and I can't wait to see them actually on stage.
Oh, it's incredible. It's gonna be incredible.
All right, so you brought up wrestling or hip hop?
Oh,
pick one.
Hip hop is more like what I am. You know what I mean? Like, hip hop isn't something that like I feel like I have to study up on and do all the time. It's like when I wake up, that's what my life is. I am hip hop. Like that's anyone who this is who you are and what you love. So wrestling is like my passion. Wrestling's like the thing that I'm studying up. I'm never going to be a pro wrestler. I will always be someone who's fascinated with it and interested in it, and my bizarre fascination runs deep. But it's something I absolutely love, and it's in my heart. But hip hop is different. Hip hop is, hip hop will always be who I am.
That's famous last words.
Famous last words. I'm hungry. Quite literally.
Oh my God, you and me both.
RosenbergRadio.com, Noisemakers, Hot 97 Morning Show, and Real Late, and Lady Blogger. Thank you so much.
I don't know how many of you are aware, but the Gen X show is next week, I believe on the 28th of July.
Yes, 28th of July.
He's hosting, Peter Rosenberg will be there, Sky Zoo, a host of people will be performing. It's definitely a place you need to be. It's Lady Blogger, you know where to find me. If I'm not on Global Grind, I'm on Hip Hop is Cool Again, I'm on Mad Bloggers, I'm on The Designated Hater. Good night.